Welcome to the Boardroom. It's our final edition of the summer. Already? Incredible. Welcome to the Boardroom. I'm Greg Garno, filling in for Max Boltman, who literally sprained his ankle playing basketball. I'm joined today by my friend, my roommate, my colleague, Alejandro Zuniga. We spent the last year as the co-managing sports editors. We're about to graduate, and we thought, why not talk about some of the bigger moments in the schools last year. Quite an exciting time. A lot really happened. So with that, we'll hand out some awards and take a look back at the bigger moments. And Alejandro, we talked a lot about football and all in basketball, these big moments, but I want to know, what's the biggest moment of the school year in your mind?
Well, in terms of athletics, Michigan had a pretty down year, all things considered. Whether you're talking football, basketball, even women's basketball, neither soccer team made the NCAA tournament. So looking off the field, off the court, I'd say the biggest moment was the entire Austin Hatch story, and it's something that was picked up, got a lot of national attention. The moment when he hit his first point on a free throw for the University of Michigan was heartwarming. It was unbelievable. And then even more than that was a couple weeks later when game day was here at the University of Michigan, and to see John Beilein comforting Austin Hatch on the court with the student section fully in support in the morning before the game against Wisconsin was a really special moment.
I think we also have to consider maybe our biggest moment too is on a sadder note is talking about the departure of Dave Brandon. I think in terms of big shakeups and big moments in the university, Dave Brandon's departure really kind of had ripples throughout. You know, we're looking at then how Jim Hackett comes in, how that impacts the football program throughout. Really made a difference, and the way the fans reacted and players reacted was completely different from that day on Halloween. So I think that's got to be probably our biggest moment. I think too, if we're looking at something else, we're going to talk about the best team on campus this year, which is tough because, as you said, they've got a lot of down years for some teams, and it's tough to pick out maybe a bigger sport. But I think there are some smaller sports that stand out too. What do you think?
Yeah, if you had to ask me what the best team on campus is right now, I'd have to go with the softball team. And it's really, you could say this every year, but Carol Hutchins runs a fantastic program here at Michigan. Every year they're competing for a Big Ten title. Every year they're competing for a national title. And this year maybe more than other years. They have a fantastic pitching staff. They have one of the best softball players in the country in Sierra Romero. They're going to be competing for a national championship later this spring into the summer. And for me, that's the best team right now.
I think too, we shouldn't forget about the men's swimming and diving team. A top 5 national performance. They kind of fly under the radar because they're just always so good. But this year they weren't exactly an experienced team. They had lost a lot of talent. They lost Connor Yeager, and they came in with just a young core, names that you haven't heard of, but they just came through and they put it all together at the end. And I think that was probably my best team in terms of just overall performance in the end. And now we're going to turn to maybe some of our lighter moments. The Boardroom has been going on for the first year this year, and we haven't exactly always been perfect during it. I certainly know I haven't, and our previous hosts, Max Boltman and Simon Kaufman, can say the same. So we've got quite a few outtakes, bloopers if you will, that kind of summarize exactly how a rocky start might have gone. So without further ado, we'll go look to some of those right now.
Do you guys ever screw up during
Oh, you haven't seen the bloopers, have you? Yeah.
What's going on, and welcome to the Boardroom, a new weekly. See, I told you.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Mario Chalmers is the father of my child.
He was a skater boy, said see you later boy. He wasn't good enough for her. Now he's a superstar, slamming the guitar.
I'm Greg Garno, filling in for Max Boltman today, as he is off doing something. Fuck me!
Basketball team for real, and can Wizard Beilein concoct another promotion?
Hey baby, we've got a great show for you tonight. I've got a couple of diaper dandies joining me today.
This one's okay.
What's going on? Hey there. Hey.
All right, so I wasn't kidding. Those were rough. We're gonna keep going with our superlatives. Alejandro, we're gonna look now at the best male athlete of the year. A lot of great candidates. Want to get what you think? Who you think had the best performance this year?
Well, it's no secret that the hockey team had a disappointing finish to the season. Came very close to reaching the NCAA tournament, but didn't for a third straight year. However, outstanding performer on that team, Zach Hyman. He was a finalist for the Hobie Baker Award, and he was worth the price of admission every day, whether you're going to Yost, going to Joe Louis Arena, or anywhere. Fantastic player, had a fantastic senior season, and came very close to winning the award for the nation's best player. Obviously fell short, but was electrifying when he was here on campus. What do you think?
I think we got to take it to wrestling. Adam Kuhn, he finished runner-up at the national championships this year in the heavyweight division. And besides, as a sophomore, just being a monster of a man, I really think that he took a leap forward from where he was freshman year because he had a lot of raw talent. But I think this year he put together a solid stretch of wins and really carried the team. And I think they put together their best performance at the end of the season, and Adam Kuhn was a big catalyst of that. So I think it's got to be Adam Kuhn.
Glad I haven't seen him on campus. I can say that much.
Now, I'll say this. I think he might be the only man who could take down Jim Harbaugh. I think so. We'll take it back to some more bloopers because, like we said, there are plenty of them. So,
I'm Simon Kaufman, and today I'm joined by Max Cohen, a senior sports editor and football beat.
Welcome to a special edition of the Boardroom.
We're here for Space Jam. Space Jam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Change.
You know, if you had asked me that question before Saturday's game, if you had asked me, I messed up really badly.
Woo. Woo.
Boardroom?
What is it? What?
The boardroom begins now.
Do we all? They play all three?
No, the winner of Villanova.
We're golden. We're good?
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
They're all good? They're all...
You better move.
You better dance.
This one's good?
If you don't,
That
Nick
one's
Clark
good.
will. Just making sure this one's good.
What's going on? To the Big Apple for ah!
Yeah, we sitting here. I'm supposed to be the franchise player.
Not too much. Practice.
Welcome to the boardroom on our show today. Bye, Brandon. Dave Brandon out. Please tell me athletic director announcing his resignation last Friday.
I will fart on camera and then get up and leave.
and we are back. They get uglier and uglier. Alejandro, we're going to pick up where we left off once again. I want to talk now about the best female athlete. A lot of great candidates out there. Who's your pick?
My pick, I touched on her briefly earlier. I'm going to go with Sierra Romero, shortstop, junior shortstop for the softball team. The crowd at Alumni Field goes silent every time she steps to the plate because something special happens nearly every time. She gets on base more than half the time she steps to the plate. She's a fantastic fielder. When she gets on base, she's a threat on the base paths to steal. She does it all, and she is a candidate for Player of the Year and has been since she was here as a freshman. It gets kind of old because she's so darn good and just doesn't slow down, but she's absolutely the best player on campus, best female player on campus in my opinion. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of candidates out here, not necessarily, I mean, just so many good ones. I think my two are some that fly under the radar, and it's got to be a couple of runners on the women's cross country team and women's track and field team. Brooke Handler and Shannon Osika. Now they're veteran runners, and you're not necessarily going to hear their names called because all the time, but they are pacing the team, and you may not see them finish first necessarily, but they'll be right there at second and third. And this year, when Erin Finn went down, she was a sophomore, they were there to pick up the pace, they were there to pick up the slack and kept the women's cross country team and the top 10 conversation. The women's track and field team this year has a shot to do some incredible things, and I think that they're also pacing that distance core there. So I think that you got to give it to both Brooke Handler and Shannon Osika. We're going to go to our final time, mercifully, to looking at bloopers. So here we go.
I got a fart, guys. Oh, let it loose.
The struggles continue. The struggles continue. The struggles continue. The struggles, they continue. Welcome to the boardroom. On our show today, the struggles continue on the football team.
If you were to crush someone's neck, how would you do it?
Yeah, if you were to,
How would you
yeah.
crush it? No, not that one. That was not.
Are they still unfocused? You want to move them?
Yeah, that
Oh, that's a bush league move.
that was bush.
Yeah, they lost honestly.
Bye, Brandon, former athletic director Dave Brandon. What does it mean for you? What is Bye, Brandon. Bye. Bye, Brandon.
I think it is ridiculous. The whole idea of just having a camera focused on me, it gets me so excited. It gets me so excited.
Simon loves it.
I love it.
They've had 3 guys that have been really consistent in there the whole year: Wierenski, Lohan, and Downing, with to a lesser degree. But it'd be great if they could have someone emerge from that group of Sinelli, Cutler, Martin, and.
Welcome to the boardroom, Simon Kaufman, Ben Davicia, alongside Jason Rubenstein, and Max Cohen, Ben Ravlea, Ben Chaim, Shlomo, Shishi, Barfuet Adonai Amvera. Alright. The hockey team, after a bye week, hits the ice, standing at they have a record there. Welcome after a bye week and back. The Michigan men's basketball team is back in action on Saturday, and Coach Beeline intends to.
Okay, we are done with that pain. Alejandro, should be an easy one. Your favorite boardroom host?
Oh,
It's 3 hosts, but I'll let you pick your favorite.
I mean, Greg, you were absolutely fantastic, but I'm not going with you. Simon Kaufman, the original boardroom host. Shout out to my boy Simon in Europe right now, but absolutely fantastic. He's the guy who got this all started. So if you've enjoyed watching us this year, shout out to Simon. He's getting us bylines from Berlin. He's doing it all, and he'll be back next year. So congratulations to him. In my mind, he's the best boardroom host. He's the one we're all modeling ourselves after. So, what do you think?
I think it's me, but that's pretty simple. But no, in all honesty, we got to thank Simon for starting the boardroom, and for Max Boltman for continuing it.
Absolutely.
Both of them did a fantastic job. Really took video for the daily in a section that we were working to grow. So it's just really great to see that develop. And we got to thank Michael Kessler. He's here. He's behind the camera. You can't see him. But he's too humble to come out. Really made a lot of productions happen, and we owe a lot to him. So we're going to take a break for the summer. We'll be back in September. We won't. We'll be off doing our things. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's @G_Garno, and that's it. As always, read up at michigandaily.com. Cheers.
Welcome to the boardroom. On our show today,
I guess
you
say what
can
make me
feel
this way.
my girl.
My girl, my girl,
Talking about
my girl, my girl.
That was good. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.